Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pro Wrestling Throwdown for the week of January 16th, 2021. I'm Caleb Black. This is Luke the Big Dog Williams here with our in-studio producer, the mighty Max Fury, and it is time for the news. What's news in wrestling? But before we get to the news, Luke, how's your Saturday?
It's the day after Friday, but the day before Sunday.
That's fair. Max, how are you feeling, sir?
I'm tired, boss.
Yeah, I feel that. I am miserably hungover.
No, at the gun line, boss. At the gun line, boss.
Tell about the gun line, boss. So, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the news. Got a couple of big stories. Wouldn't really call them big stories, but they're stories nonetheless. Drew McIntyre, WWE's champion on Monday Night Raw, has tested positive for COVID-19 2 weeks before the Royal Rumble.
Luckily, he'll be out of quarantine by the Rumble.
And let's hope but what if he's not feeling better? See, that's what you got to think
Well,
about.
he said that he didn't have any symptoms or anything, and it wasn't actually, he was just carrying it.
Yeah, he was one of the lucky ones that is just a carrier, yet doesn't...
be a real shame if he wasn't able to show up at the Royal Rumble and they booked Goldberg to win it anyway.
Oh, that'd just be...
Well, I mean, it would just be one easier way for Goldberg to get the title, wouldn't it?
Oh, don't do this to me.
They'd have to change everything to Randy Orton and Goldberg just get...
Okay, all right, there is absolutely... Like we talked about last week, there's absolutely nothing wrong with Randy Orton and Goldberg.
No, I
would fucking...
Take my money.
Please take my money. In continuing the news... Amy Dumas, formerly known as the WWE Superstar and Hall of Famer Lita, has come forward and revealed that the live Raw sex celebration, which was at that period of time the highest rated Raw, and since the Attitude Era up to that point, she was not comfortable doing the segment. And co-stars John Cena and Edge, who were also part of that segment, tried to get Vince McMahon to pull it. And Vince McMahon basically said, do it or no job.
Yeah.
Which is terrible.
It's very bad timing for this story to come out. Although, I mean, it was the highest rated segment on Monday Night Raw. I mean,
it's such a hard thing because, it's entertainment, and you have to remember that. It's not like he cornered her in a room. He was like, hey, this is the segment we're doing this week.
Well, not Lita, anyway.
Well, yeah, she wasn't a referee. But, hey, this is the segment we're doing this week. This is what you're paid to do.
Right.
We don't really care that you're uncomfortable with it because we pay you lots of money, which, again, is not the right approach. But, again, when you think about the WWE and entertainment standards, there are lots of actors and actresses who have to do scenes that they're uncomfortable doing.
Correct.
It's just, it's a shitty thing, but, I mean, like you said, the highest rated Raw.
Well, and I mean, I've always heard the tale as old as time is that Vince McMahon would never do anything he wouldn't do. So where's Vince McMahon's life sex celebration?
It's a masturbatory session when he bought WCW. He jerked his dick all over WWE TV for 5 years straight.
He did the jump for Gronk. He did the zip line for Michaels.
Yep. Did the table for Michaels and Nash.
Yeah, he also did the. I mean, it didn't really go over that well, but he did the Owen Hart rappel.
Yeah.
I mean,
threw himself over the side of the building.
I want the footage. I want the footage of the Vince McMahon live sex celebration
with Edge. It's got to be with Edge.
Vince McMahon did that one, or Hulk Hogan did that once. And we've seen how that worked out for him.
I just want it to be the exact same scene with everything, with all the same players, with Edge fucking chewing on the underwear. And
I would rather not think about that.
We've seen Vince
Sunday
shoved up Big Show's ass sign.
Saturday's ruined.
Saturday's canceled now.
Yeah,
kind of close.
Mustafa Ali is grounded from using a live mic on WWE television due to a segment shot on Talking Smack, where Mustafa Ali took things.
Raw Talk. Sorry,
same thing. Where Mustafa Ali, I guess, took things in a direction the office didn't particularly care for.
You can't, in today's day and age, with especially the way the politics are backstage, you can't just do what you want.
No.
You definitely can't get on a microphone and talk massive amounts of shit about Sergeant Slaughter, who's one of Vince McMahon's right-hand men, first off. Second off, you don't pick on Mark Henry for not being able to walk.
Yeah.
And Hulk Hogan's that's just an easy target.
Yeah.
Stop it. Of course, we're not going to have to worry about it now because they've taken his microphone.
Yeah. Michelle McCool is also tested positive for COVID-19, says nobody else in the house has it, which means the children's. And, of course, Big mean Mark Calloway, The Undertaker, is healthy as we know for now.
But Drew's got COVID.
You know what's going
And
on.
Michelle McCool has COVID.
Over there, don't you?
Oh.
Want a little this? Want a little sorry. They're going to ban us on YouTube for that. Alex Shelley has been pulled from tonight's Impact main event, Hard to Kill, due to an undisclosed either issue or medical injury.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, medical issue or injury.
The direct statement was for what was it?
Foreseeable circumstances.
Uncontrollable circumstances. Yeah. So I mean, probably an injury, more than likely COVID.
Well, he did go on live and say it's not COVID. My situation's unique.
Of course it is. It's Alex Shelley.
But they replaced him with Moose.
Yeah, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense unless Moose is going to go heel.
Why
again.
Moose? They didn't have
TNA
any
champion.
other guy? They didn't
TNA
have
champion.
No,
that's all it is.
I don't like that.
Putting another belt in the match. That's all it is.
I guess. And
Not a fan of it, though.
The big news, Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to be on Dark Side of the Ring in the Flying Brian Pillman episode.
Yeah, who better?
Yeah.
When you think of Stone Cold Steve Austin and his rise to where he is now, one can only
didn't get there without Pillman.
Of the Hollywood Blondes.
Yeah.
And
of course, the infamous gun angle on Raw that caused them a tremendous amount of controversy.
Yeah, and the ankle in the chair that has been used 87,000 times now, but was something that hadn't happened back then. It was really tongue-in-cheek. And, of course, the gun, yes. I mean, the first time WWE was ever pulled off of a live feed. They were like, cut that!
You remember the following Raw where they were like taking the live phone calls and vetting like people's reactions to it?
Then they had to bring them on and then be like, he left. Yeah. So he sure did. He fought all those security guards to get in your house, but he left.
Right.
Well, yeah, you pulled a gun on the man. Of course he left. He's like, all right, man. Yeah, I didn't know it was that serious.
It's interesting to note that Darkseid is not a WWE product.
No.
And obviously Stone Cold has outside media interests going on with his television shows, his podcasts, et cetera, et cetera. And we have seen other Hall of Famers on Dark Side of the Ring. We've seen, Mick Foley and a few others. So it'll be, I guarantee it'll be a ratings driver.
For sure. And WWE won't push, I don't think they'll push the subject because Stone Cold Steve Austin, first off, WWE is already in hot water with the USA Network. Yeah. Stone Cold, straight up Steve Austin that comes on after Raw on Monday nights, just premiered. Yeah. You don't want to mess with USA on this. No. Also, Stone Cold Steve Austin, I'm sure somewhere in his contract says he pretty much, he's like The Rock. He can do
whatever he wants, yeah.
So, I mean, but yeah, I think it'll be interesting. It'll definitely put I don't want to say a more popular spin on the show because the show's popular. Yeah. But it's definitely going to reach people that the last couple seasons haven't because you put Stone Cold Steve Austin's name on it.
Yeah, it's going to be a larger, more mainstream outreach, which will be great for the business. And obviously, we've talked about Dark Side here on the show. We absolutely love it. It's a great behind the scenes kind of look at some of the ins and outs of obviously like the infamous controversies and stuff with the business, but it gives you a real perspective on stuff that maybe you didn't have full clarity on, or just interesting stories like that. So definitely looking forward to
it would definitely be interesting to see where they go with the story.
Antifight Underground alumni need your help. Nick Effin Gage, MDK, has been scheduled for an emergency reparative surgery for his calf. He is trying to outsource and raise money from the fans, so if you can donate, please do to his PayPal.
Which is Nick Gage 477441c@gmail.com.
Yeah, to our boy Nick Gage, please heal up, heal quick. Speedy recovery onto you. And guys, that's going to cover us up here for the news. So stay tuned. We got a lot of show coming to you. Don't forget to find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Follow us on Twitter at ProWrestlingTD. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your comments down below. And stay tuned because it's going to be a good show today.